Hey guys, hello. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as I was in my last video regarding Alec Baldwin. I'm a one-man band, okay? I can't. If I have time to do videos, I have time, but I don't have time for a wardrobe change. So welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm so glad you found me. My name is Audrey. I'm just a mom and a wife, a lady in her 50s living in California. And I just happen to be psychic. And I do find it very interesting discussing crime, murders, news events, different things going on in the world from my perspective, because I think my perspective does have value in it. And how do I share that and let you experience it if I don't tell you about it? So I'm not a wizard. I don't have a wand. I'm not magical. But I do want to respond to some comments. Well, mainly one comment. It's quite long. About the KOHBERGER case and situation. So already my mind is filling up with information. It becomes very distracting for me because I'm talking to a camera. I am looking inside and out at spirits. I'm receiving information from spirits, and sometimes my mind just kind of like locks up. And it's like, hello, are you there? Yes. I don't have dementia, okay? I'm just talking to dead people. It's a completely different thing. So before I answer Jimmy's questions from the last KOHBERGER video, I just want to say, I appreciate you, even if you don't believe in what I do. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with you not believing in what I do. It's a strange thing. I don't think anyone can disagree that it's unusual. So a lot of times you guys will write questions or comments, and I honestly really appreciate the time it took and the energy you spent putting out your views or your information. I really do appreciate it, because time is more valuable than anything. That's not something we can buy back, right? So I just don't always have a comeback or response or reply because I'm not fact-based. My journey here on YouTube as a psychic, I don't have facts. So you guys may be hitting me with some honest facts. And you go through and say, well, Audrey, this can't be because this A, B, and C has been proven. We all know about 1, 2, and 3, and this is this and this is that. And I am not arguing any of that. I am not saying that I disagree with any of your facts at all. Even if you're saying KOHBERGER's innocent. That's your fact. That's your viewpoint. That's where you're at. And honestly, if I didn't have these abilities and I hadn't channeled anybody, and I didn't, if I wasn't psychic, I would 100% say he's innocent. I would. Honestly, I would. My information doesn't always, a lot of times it does not match the facts. I'm not fact-based. I don't know. I hate to use the word faith, because to me that means religion. I don't do religion at all. Yes, I think there's a God, but I'm not anything of anything. Okay, I'm spirit-based, I guess. So when you guys come at me saying, how can you say this? And look, you have your opinion. I'm just telling you mine and sharing my gift with the world and how it works for me. It's not for everyone. I'm not like a news station, you know what I mean? Definitely not fact-based. Lawyers hate to talk to me. They don't want anything to do with me because I'm not fact-based. But you know what? I'm honest. I'm honest. And I pride myself on being honest and open and willing to bear all here. I'm very vulnerable with you guys. Being on a platform that goes around the world is very vulnerable, and you have to be ready for people to come at you. And I think a lot of people who start YouTube are like, oh my God, that person called me a name. Well, you know what? I've been called every name. I don't care anymore. I haven't cared for a long time. I don't know if it's because menopause just sucked the life out of me or if life just sucked the life out of me. All right. As you can see, look at me. I'm sitting all the way back in my chair. I have my foot up on this chair here. I'm chillaxing, okay? So just two friends here hanging out, and I wanted to respond to Jimmy's questions. Luckily, I printed it out, and it printed very large, which is very helpful, so I don't even need my glasses, I don't think. So I'm going to go through this piece by piece. I kind of put my notes on here already. So again, this is about KOHBERGER. What have I said about KOHBERGER? Just to give you a really quick update. He did it. His dad knows. His dad knew from the beginning. His dad helped him get rid of evidence, which we're going to talk about. He did it by himself. It was not a delivery person. He was after Maddie. What else? I guess that's it. That's my basic of what happened. Okay. You mentioned he had no accomplice. So do you see him going in alone? So the question is pointed to me as Audrey the psychic. Do I see in my mind, in my psychic abilities, do I see KOHBERGER going in the house alone? The answer is absolutely yes. And I did a video on this a while ago, which that's fine if you haven't seen it. There's a lot of videos. So what I picture psychically, and I'm looking over here because this is just how I do it. My vision, I have been shown of KOHBERGER in the house. He's upstairs. This was right away I saw this vision. I saw him, I guess it's the landing. So at the landing of the stairs upstairs, I see him alone going straight to Maddie's room. But here's something maybe you don't know that I saw. Some of you may know. I saw a syringe on the floor between his feet. Okay, here comes Spirit. I don't make this up. Here comes Spirit. That's Spirit's way of saying, yes, Audrey, that is what you said. That is what we showed you. You relayed that information to the world correctly based on what we're showing you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, spirits. I'm going to try and see who this is. So, yes, he was alone. Now, I know I'm wandering off. I know the camera's here, but I'm wandering off because this is how I do what I do. I start looking around. Okay, hold on. So right now there's a spirit trying to come in to my body and take me back to the house. Now, the house we know is gone. Thank you, Ann Taylor. We know the house has been demolished. Okay, hold on. He's looking at me. He's looking straight at me. This is new information. I've not seen this before with KOHBERGER. As I've mentioned, I can tap into your energy, whether you're dead or alive, on the planet or not. And I'm tapping into KOHBERGER that night. How does this work? I have no clue. But I'm with him that night before he goes into the girl's bedroom. And his mind, this is what's new for me. And I don't know that I've heard this from anybody, but what I am seeing is, I don't know if devil worship is the right word. There's probably some better way of saying this, but to me, Kohberger's very connected to negative energy on purpose. As if to say, he sought out dark energy to help him to do what he did that night. And I'm looking around. I don't know how else to explain it. I've seen people do this. I'm 56, okay? I've known a lot of people in my lifetime. And I've seen people who really dabble in spirits, in the dark spirits, because it's fun and because they want to see if stuff can happen. They want to see if the bad energy is going to, sorry, my daughter's texting me. It's usually an emergency if this girl's texting me. Let me see. Oh, shoot. Is this flooding? What's happening? Oh, no. My daughter's floating away in Vermont. Okay, I'll get back to her. So this is new. I mean, I definitely have always seen that devilish image on his face. I see devilish looks on people just going to the store, and it's like, don't even come near me, whoever it is, whatever it is. I'm not saying it's a rare thing. You do see people like this, but Kohberger was absolutely 100% alone. He was not dressed up as a delivery person or anything like that. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Did Kohberger... Okay. Did Kohberger go into Zena's room first, or did he go straight upstairs? So as I mentioned, he did go straight upstairs, just, I don't want to say in a hurry, but kind of in a hurry. Do I have any idea if Kohberger took something as a souvenir? Yeah, he took that, that identification of, I don't know if it was Maddie or Kaylee, but he took a souvenir, because you have to remember, Kohberger wants to be a famous serial killer, right? He models his behavior after former serial killers. I mean, the man's not doing anything new, honestly. Okay, do you see where he threw or buried his clothes and weapons after he was done? So, yes. Again, this going way back in an old video, I did talk about this because I did see, the very first time I tried to look into this information, I saw him dumping stuff for sure. Now, I've been to Idaho and I've been to Washington State. And what comes to mind when I think of Kohberger and potentially getting rid of evidence is I see trees. I see tall green trees. And I see a small amount of things dumped out in the forest. But as I mentioned before, I see him and his dad in the car and kind of taking a detour going further south in the U.S. than they needed to drop stuff off at a location that for sure no one's ever going to find the evidence there. So that's how I know the Dad Kohberger knows and aided and abetted his son. And I said it before. I think the mom was afraid of him before the murders even happened. The mom has been terrified of him for some time, and she's known what kind of monster he is. How do I explain the lack of DNA in the car and in the house? Truth sometimes, and in this case, is stranger than fiction. It makes no sense to me how there is like no evidence anywhere. And that's one thing that worries me. I mean, you can have probable cause and you can have these other things going on that will still get a conviction. Someone asked, Jimmy asked, last question, do you think he planted the sheath or if he just left it by accident? So in my opinion, from what I've seen, Kohberger was just so zoned into the murders, he did not see that he left the sheath behind. So I do not think it was left on purpose at all. Did he want to leave it calling card of some sort? Yes. And I think he did do that. And I think that's why the house is torn down. I think it is something that's visually there that anyone could see. Almost like a carving into wood or something like that. Something strange and physical like that he did, even though he got in and out in such a short time. How is there no DNA? I don't know. It does not make any sense to me whatsoever. My husband and I watch a lot of police shows, not fake shows, but actual, investigations and stuff like that. There's always DNA left behind. There's DNA in my house right now from probably someone from Walmart, because we shop at Walmart for groceries, and someone maybe touched the tomato before we got the tomato home to our house. Do you know what I mean? So DNA is easily transferred over. So that is still a mystery to me. And by talking about it over and over, it does open an opportunity for Spirit to come in and say, well, this is how he did it, Audrey. Why doesn't Spirit just tell me everything? I don't know, but I wish they would. That would make this job a whole lot easier. We know he cleaned his car a couple of times, but nothing. No DNA on his clothes. Absolutely nothing in the car.
Because he had a Dickie suit on.
I know, my husband's here. Yeah, I know he had on the Dickie suit.
Jumpsuit.
I know he had on the jumpsuit.
So all the DNA's on that.
Yeah, but it could get in his hair,
Probably had a mask on.
Well, I think he did have on a mask. I'm just saying,
It's in the ocean somewhere. In the lake.
It's somewhere. My husband has his 2 cents, which normally we don't agree on. My husband's like, oh, she's mostly with women. Oh, she didn't do it. Yes, she did. No, this lady, she didn't. Yes, she did. I'm sorry to say. You're wrong. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we have some time before this trial gets started. It's awful. And I just want it to be over with for the family's sake. Even if the man is put to death, that's not justice. It's not justice. Even if he stays in prison the rest of his life, that's not justice. Let's go throw him out in the ocean. That's not justice either. No, put him in a room with a lion or tiger. That's not justice. There is no justice. There is no justice. Which is why I like to come on here and say, hey, laws need to be changed. Things need to get so severe in this world that if you do this and you get caught, this is what's going to happen. I'm just saying, have you been to any third world countries? If you steal something, your hand gets chopped off. Yeah, I know. That's not America, is it? But look at America against some of these other places. I will get off my soapbox now because I can go off on a rant about that. All right. Well, thanks for your questions. Keep the questions coming in. I'll do my best to answer. Yeah, and as I said, if you don't agree with me, that's cool. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. You know, I like to think I'm a decent person, and I just want this world to be a happy place. And yeah, that's about it. Anyway, okay, you guys, the president's on right now, so I'm going to go watch him, see what he's up to, see what's going on with him. I hope he can stand up straight. Okay, you guys, take care. I'll see you real soon. I'll see you soon for another Baldwin video, too. All right, take care. Ciao.
Audrey's no wizard, but she is psychic. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Also, check out Audrey's life behind the scenes with her second YouTube channel, Audrey Christine, at AudreyChristine58. Check the description box below for more information.